Alrighty, yo, what's just going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. So we're going to react to the real reason why the Martin spinoff never happened. If you don't know, there was a shadow pilot for a spinoff for Pam. It was in the episode when she lost her job and she went to go work for that music executive, and they had Tyrese come on the show and sing and all that stuff. Yeah, that episode was actually a Shadows pilot for a spinoff, but it never got on because they felt like the show couldn't go on without Martin. You know, because if they gonna leave, because think about it, if Pam was gonna be stuck in Detroit with Tommy and Cole in them, then what about Shanae, Jerome, Otis, Dragonfly Jones, Bob from accounting? You would still have to bring Martin back, but it wasn't gonna work. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get right into it though.
Martin might be considered one of the finest sitcoms of the 90s because of its outstanding cast and amusing roles played by Martin Lawrence.
Fact.
Stop the madness! During Martin's last season, cracks began to appear, forcing one cast member to depart from the show and another to almost land her own TV show.
Oh my goodness.
Nevertheless, today's video isn't about Martin, but it's about the spinoff that almost happened. Before we get started in today's video, let's be sure to leave a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro.
Sponsor block.
Martin,
you supposed to be blocking all this shit.
One of Fox flagship shows, provided numerous alas in many homes.
Sponsor block for the air.
Martin's fifth season aired in the fall of 1996 with an average audience of little more than 6 million viewers. It doesn't seem so awful until you consider that the show once averaged 11 million viewers.
Oh my goodness.
Martin was still bringing in big numbers until around the fourth season. Personally, I can binge watch Martin from season 1 to season 5 and laugh like it's my first time seeing it.
Facts.
The network showing the show on different nights, such as Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, had caused the show ratings to plummet significantly, leaving fans wondering when new episodes will air. During the fifth season, tensions between Martin and co-star Tisha Campbell began to boil. Campbell left the show due to disorderly conduct and had launched a lawsuit against Martin and the show producers.
You know, right before Tisha left the set because she had to. It got to that point.
Now that Campbell is gone, the writers of the show were scrambling to explain to the audience why Gina is missing or why she is constantly kept off screen with Martin. It all started in the episode Going Overboard, when Martin, Pam, Cole, and Tommy went on a cruise and Gina had missed the boat.
That is Gina. What? Gina, kick off the pumps. Run, baby.
With Campbell gone, producers turned their attention to the supporting cast, which included Pamela James, Gina's best friend, a constant stick in Martin's back. As season 5 progressed, more episodes began to focus on Pam. In fact, they wrote an entire episode dedicated around Pam. During this fifth season, Martin aired a retroactive backdoor pilot. What exactly is a retroactive backdoor pilot? Basically, it's a technique for television to introduce a new show within a normal episode of a series. For an example, the Girlfriends episode that introduced us to the characters of the game.
Oh, there he is!
Derwin Davis, wide receiver.
My baby's first professional game.
The episode in question is going.
Or you could have used a better example. You could have used a better example. The mom off Family Matters. If, for those of y'all that don't know, Family Matters was a spinoff of another show. And it had to deal with the mom from Family Matters. See, she had an episode that dealt around her and Carl, and it led to a backdoor pilot for Family Matters, and it got picked up, and well, you know the rest from there.
For mine, this isn't just any average episode, as it may appear, but it's the pilot to a potential Pam spinoff. Despite the show's low ratings, network executives and producers wanted to develop a Martin spinoff, and Pam was the obvious choice. I'm sure you're wondering why Pam. Pam was a fan favorite on the show back in the early 90s.
Out of all the characters on there, Pam is hands down. Pam is hands down. Like, Pam character was just hands down. Like, she could carry a show. That's the thing. Like Cole could carry a show. Tommy could kind of carry a show. R.I.P. to Tommy, by the way. R.I.P. to Tommy. R.I.P. to the homie, man. Got the draws, dog. R.I.P. to Tommy. But Pam could run the show by herself if she wanted to, bro. The episodes with her and when it was just her and Gina, or episodes when it was just her and Martin, episodes when it was just her and Tommy, she could carry an episode, bro. That's the thing. Pam's character was so I don't want to butcher her name. Tashina Arnold could carry an episode. That's how good her acting was. Tashina Arnold was so fucking good, she could carry an episode by herself, bro. That's why she went on, you know what I'm saying? We already know she went on to do Everybody Hates Chris, Survivor's Remorse, where she basically had to carry that show on her back herself after they killed off Mike Epps, which was the only good thing about that show. And so far, she can carry a show. That's all I can tell you, bro. Tashina Arnold can carry a fucking show on her back if she got to, bro.
Only
she was carrying season 5.
Focus on the most popular character after Martin and Gina. The episode opened up with Pam learning that she had been fired from her long-time job. She eventually spends the rest of the episode trying to get the opening A&R position at Keep It Real Records. Pam saw an opportunity when she discovered that her assistant, Dante, could sing, which was played by Tyrese Gibson. By the end of the episode, Pam landed the A&R job, and we was left in hopes to wonder what's to come. The show was set to have a supporting cast of Dondre Whitfield, Genevieve Orr, Anthony Johnson, Phil Morris, and possibly Tyrese. This would have introduced several characters into the Martin universe. So now, that leaves us with this question. Why the show never aired? Tashina Arnold said in a 2017 interview, network changed their minds all the time. And they changed their mind. There's a lot of great shows, and there's a lot of great pilots that was never picked up. Back then, it was like, oh yeah, this is great. It would be a no-brainer, but you know, that's how fickle the industry is. You never know. There's no specific reason that I was given as to why it wasn't picked up, but it's just one of those things. It could have been anything. Could have been.
It had to be because of Martin, bro. You cannot have a spinoff of Martin, and then there's still a possibility that there's still a little bit of Martin that can be left in there. You can't do that. Because if that's the case, you still got to keep Tommy on. You still got to keep Cole on. You still got to have their storylines going on, along with Pam and the other characters' stories. Then on top of that, if you gonna do it in that type of realm, you can't go to Nipsey's and there not be an old Otis showing up or Jerome just coming out going, I say Jerome in the house. I say Jerome in the house. Watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it like that. If you gonna have a Martin spinoff, you still gonna need Martin. And that's the sad part. Martin was going off to do bigger and better things with himself. Even though around that time he was having mental breakdowns and shit. But still. Like, that would have been tough to do, bro, because you gonna have to have a Shanae episode. You gonna have to have a Jerome episode. You gonna have to have an Otis episode. You have to bring Martin back constantly to give the show to still keep the continuity, because fans are gonna wonder, where the fuck is Martin at? If you still there ain't no reason. So Martin and Gina left, and then Jerome and Shanae and all them just up and leave. Nah, it don't work like that. You still have to have those characters show up from time to time. So it would have still felt like it was Martin. And I think that would have hurt the show in the long run, because because even if you do establish the characters, you still are in the Martin universe. That's the problem.
In budget, it could have
worked.
The lineup.
There is no saying that it couldn't have worked.
The show was going to be called Going for Mine, and they even had an intro created. Now, I will warn you, this video is quite grainy, but it really goes to show how serious they was about launching this show.
I can't wait to get you. I got so much work to do. Work.
Oh wow, this shit is terrible. Who put this up? Bro, who put this up? This shit is terrible. You can't even see the intro.
Tashina made her way back into many people's homes with guest appearance and roles on television series such as
Jamie Foxx
Show,
yep.
Pacific Blue,
I ain't never
The
seen
Norm
that.
Show,
I don't watch that.
and 101.
Oh yeah, she was on 101. She did play the mom on 101. I forgot. My bad. I forgot she was the mom on 101.
She finally landed a lead role, which she desired in 2005 when she would portray Rochelle in Everybody Hates Chris. Despite how things may seem, Tashina did reunite on screen with Martin in films like Big Mama House, and The Wild Hogs. What are your thoughts? Would you watch a Pam spinoff? Let me know in the comments below. If you like what you saw,
it could have worked, but like I said, you still in that Martin universe, and we gonna want to see a Shanae return, and then you gonna want to see a Jerome in Rome. You gonna see a you want to hear that? It's just so much. It's hard to let go of Martin, bro. The spinoff would have worked. It could have worked. But like I said, you still have to keep the characters in there, bro. And I understand that. And looking at the spinoff, it's looking like they was going to go with the characters from the A&R. And they weren't going to really have Tommy and Cole in there, which I really don't think that would have been a good idea. I think you still, if at least keep Tommy and Cole in there, because they still have storylines that need to be developed. We still don't know what Tommy did for a living, bro. Come on. That's still a question that still needs to be answered at some point. And then on top of that, Cole is getting married to old girl. Remember? Cole was getting married to Shanice. So you had to keep them in the storyline. You had to keep them in the loop. And then on top of that, there could have been an episode where they could have teamed up with Martin and Gina out in LA. Martin got a big talk show out in LA now. And he pretty much blew up like he pretty much the new damn, who was hot back around that time? I'm trying to think. He was just a big time. He was a big time TV show host. Let's put it like that. Big time TV show host. Back around that time, there could have been an artist that Pam was trying to put on, and nobody was really giving him a chance. And she went to Martin for help and put him on, and he blew up. Thanks to Martin, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's so many possibilities with this series, but I feel, but from the looks of it, they would have the fact that they weren't gonna keep Cole and Tommy involved. that said a lot right there. They needed to keep Cole and Tommy involved, bro. Like, even if they not reoccurring like they used to when it was the Martin show, they still have to be around, especially for just random episodes, bro. You have to. You have to. You cannot get rid of Tommy and Cole. You can't do that. No. Pam, Tommy, and Cole have to be the new trio now. You have to leave something behind. You can't just leave it with Pam. Like I said, Tashina, she can carry an episode. But you still need that supporting cast. And she had a good supporting cast, but it wouldn't have fucked with Tommy and Cole. Tommy and Cole is iconic, an iconic duo within itself. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. But anyways though, I'm gonna leave it right there for right now. Tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'll get back to you till then. Peace out.